All right, thank you guys. The Hanwha Eagles take on the Kia Tigers, 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Tigers are the $2.50 favorite. Total's 9.5. Juice to the under. The Eagles are plus $1.85, and if you like Hanwha to keep it close, they're minus $1.20, catching the 1.5. And following Sunday's sports wagering action, I'm 6-3 with a push in my last 10 Better Friends tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99. There's also a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And one of those packages is called the Extra Daily Pick tier membership. It's just $2.99 to sign up. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. And in that Extra Daily Pick membership, I'm currently 20-9 in my last 29 picks in that category. That's 20 wins, 9 losses, and that's good for 69% during that stretch. If you want some more information on how you can get in on the action, or if you just want to browse a little bit, check out the website, maybe take a look at my current record. Link for that website is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, the Eagles have lost their last 2 straight, and that includes an 8-4 loss to the 8th placed KT Wiz. Hanwha's won just 12 out of 48 total contests this year, and they find themselves a staggering 24 games under 500. Now, Hanwha's lost 11 out of their last 12 series, and they currently find themselves in last place out of 10 teams in the KBO. Their win percentage is just .250 on the season. Yikes. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kia's given up just 3.2 runs per contest on average in their last 4 themselves. They also won 3 out of their last 5 series. And when it comes to the total in this one, Kia saw 3 out of their last 4 games stay under the total of 9.5 runs. 5 out of their last 7 also stayed under that number. Meanwhile, on the Hanwha side, 8 out of their last 16 stayed under that total themselves. Give me the Kia Tigers minus 1.5 and the under 9.5 runs in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take one more quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's KBO baseball action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you once again that after Sunday's sports wagering action, I'm 6-3 with a push in my last 10 Better Friends tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. There's also a bunch of different great memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And one of those packages is called the Extra Daily Pick tier membership. It's only $2.99 through the end of the month, and I'm currently hitting at 20-9 in my last 29 picks in that membership. That's 20 wins, 9 losses, good for 69% during that span. I strongly recommend you at least consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said, let's go ahead and move on. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Doosan Bears versus the Kaiwoom Heroes, 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Bears are minus 120, totals 10.5 flat. The Heroes are the minus 110 underdog. And if you like the Heroes to keep this one close, they're minus $1.75, catching the 1.5. Now, the Heroes have won their last 2 straight. They gave up 0 runs in those 2 outings. Kaiwoom's also 10-1 straight up in their last 11, and that's good for a win percentage of .909 during that short stretch. Kaiwoom's given up just 2.6 runs per contest on average in their last 11 as well. The Heroes are in second place in the 10-team KBO and find themselves 12 games over 500. They also won their last 5 straight series, so doing very well in that particular category. Now, Doosan on the other side, they're coming off an embarrassing 5-0 shutout loss to the NC Dinos. They also lost 3 out of their last 4, including a 7-0 shutout loss to the 9th place SK Wyverns. The Bears gave up 24 runs in their last 4 games as well. And on a side note, Doosan's lost 4 out of their last 6 3-game series. Now, total-wise, the Bears saw 2 out of their last 3 get over the total of 10.5 runs. 4 out of their last 6 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the Kaiwoom side, 3 out of their last 6 got over the 10.5 themselves. Give me the underdog Kaiwoom Heroes winning this one outright and the over 10.5 in that contest. All right, next matchup I have for you, it is going to be the KT Wiz versus the LG Twins, 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Twins are minus 160, totals 9.5 juice to the over. The Wiz are plus $1.25, and if you like the Wiz to cover, they're minus 165 for some run line cash. The Wiz won their last 2 straight and 3 out of their last 4. That's going to include a 19-6 victory over the NC Dinos. KT scored 38 total runs in their last 4 outings, and despite a relatively slow start to the season, the Wiz are also just 6 games behind the LG Twins for 4th place in the standings, believe it or not. And speaking of the Twins, they've lost 7 out of their last 9, averaging just 3.3 runs per contest during that stretch. The Twins also dropped 2 out of their last 3 series. And when it comes to the scoring in this one, the Twins saw their last 3 straight stay under the total of 9.5 runs. 5 out of their last 7 games also stayed under that number. Meanwhile, on the Wiz side, 5 out of their last 8 stayed under the 9.5 themselves. Give me the Wiz plus 1.5 and the under 9.5 in that contest. All right, next matchup, it is going to be the Lotte Giants taking on the NC Dinos, 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Dinos are the $2.90 favorite, totals 10.5. And if you like the Giants to win it, they're plus 215 on the money line and plus $1.10 on the run line. Now, the Lotte Giants, they dropped 2 out of their last 3, and those losses came against the Samsung Lions. Lotte's dropped their last 4 straight 3-game series. They also dropped to 7th place in the KBO standings, just 1 win ahead of the 8th place KT Wiz. Meanwhile, the Dinos on the other side, they are currently 18 games over 500. They're coming fresh off a solid 5-0 shutout victory over the Doosan Bears. They've also been victorious in 5 out of their last 7, and they currently have a win percentage on the season of .696. And as usual, the NC Dinos are currently in first place in the KBO standings. Now, total-wise, 3 out of the Dinos' last 6 stayed under the total of 10.5 runs. Meanwhile, on the Giants side, their last 6 straight stayed under that number themselves. So with all that said and done, give me the NC Dinos minus 1.5 and the under 10.5 runs in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be the SK Wyverns versus the Samsung Lions, 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Lions are minus 133, totals 9.5 flat. The Wyverns are plus 105 to win it. And if you like a run line play here, the Wyverns are minus $2, catching the 1.5. The Wyverns are 19 games under 500. They also lost their last 2 straight, failing to score a run in both of those games. SK's 2-10 record in their last dozen is good for just 16%. They also dropped 14 out of their last 17 games, averaging only 3.1 runs per contest during that 17-game span. SK is currently in second to last place in the 10-team KBO with a .298 win percentage. They've been victorious in only 14 out of 47 total games on the season. They're taking on a Samsung squad who won 2 out of their last 3, both wins coming against the Lotte Giants. They also won 5 out of their last 7, and that includes back-to-back double-digit run totals during that stretch as well. Samsung's just 3.5 games behind the 4th place LG Twins in the KBO standings. They've also won 5 out of their last 6 series. Now, scoring-wise, when it comes to the total in this one, the Lions saw 3 out of their last 4 get over the total of 9.5 runs. 5 out of their last 7 also got over that number. Give me the Samsung Lions minus 133 and the over 9.5 runs in that contest. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. And from our Patreon platform, shout out to Don Ladisic, Daniel Brook, Michael Myers, ooh, sounds scary, Will Thompson, Keaton Johnston, Ben McNames, Reggie Henderson, Galen Moore, Juan Arias, and Danny Pacheco. Next from our Instagram platform, shout out to Will Slade, Mohammed Sahib, David Oloye, Clara Pabin, Jules Lyother. Also want to give a shout out to Pescara, Calcio, Bubba Jonesy, Rafa Nieves, Robert Acosta, and Alfred A. Pie. And last but certainly not least, shout out to our YouTube members. Shout out to Teddy Choba, Bo Dunn, Jess, Dipendra Rajal, Stephen Lewis, Ronnie Weathers from Chicago, Abe Lugo, Carnero El Nada, Anara RC, and last but certainly not least, gotta give a shout out to my man, David Arango. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Monday or Tuesday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.